Okay, so Gilat just uploaded this on their website and it's looking
From
disgusting.
the world's innovation center, where leading technologies make a difference.
Making a difference, we like that.
Gilat has been revolutionizing the satellite communications industry.
That I don't deny.
Innovating for over 3 decades.
30 years
with
of experience,
groundbreaking
think about that.
technologies. Gilat pioneered the delivery of high-quality communication, connecting the world with true broadband user
Well, they are
experience
truly
over
worldwide.
satellite, anywhere,
Maritime,
anytime.
that's going to be big.
Gilat was the first to deploy global
4G
backhaul
satellite technology.
and to astonish
More like
the industry
5G,
with
right?
unprecedented speeds for
This
in-flight
is going to be
connectivity.
big in 2022.
Gilat
If
was
the
first
aviation
ever to
sector comes back
demonstrate
alive,
ESA over
Gilat
KA
will
on a
benefit.
commercial aircraft, and the first to prove 5G connectivity over
5G
GEO and LEO.
over GEO and LEO is going to be
Today,
big.
Gilat brings us to the new era in satellite
Elastics era.
communications.
What the fuck is that?
Elastics era, where multi-orbit satellite constellations and very high throughput satellites provide orders of magnitude increase in capacity. Where the
Makes
agility and
total
dynamic
sense.
nature of the cloud is brought to satellite communications.
This could be
to
big,
provide unmatched
cloud-based
efficiency.
ecosystem.
Where software-defined satellites operate harmoniously, creating an elastic network that constantly
That's where they
adjusts
get it
in
from,
sync
the
with
elastic
ever-changing
network.
conditions.
Loving it.
And where any application is supported most efficiently, even in most demanding conditions.
Oh yes.
In the elastics era, ground and space must work in harmony. Are you ready for Gilat's next groundbreaking technology?
Well, after looking at this, liftoff is just around the corner, right? Hello. Sometimes when you invest in tech stocks, you know the risk is very high. For me, Gilat is one of those stocks, and in February when it went straight to the moon, there was only one place it was going to go back down to, right? A pullback was inevitable, but when you go on a parabolic move like this, coming all the way back down is inevitable. We were right back nearing the previous lows in 2020. So, where do I see the stock going in the near future? What is the current status of affairs? Stay tuned for this and more. Keep it simple. Okay, so let's just look at the chart. I mean, where I got in, if you remember, in one of my first videos, I got in this stock around $9. It went all the way to the moon. It was literally, if I recall, within a few weeks, or 2 weeks as the bars tell me here. What then proceeded to happen was a big downtrend, all the way down to April. And then we had this massive consolidation until towards the end of August, the stock continued to drop and drop. And now we are floating, hovering and holding the $7 range. It's not surprising if we do fall down to say the $5. I wouldn't be surprised at all. The current market is red, and it's very red for tech stocks. They are taking an absolute beating, but it's just natural. It's just a natural cycle of the market. The tech stocks, they had a huge rally up. I mean, it wasn't just Gilat that went like this. Most of the tech sector went like this. And when stocks go like this, the big institutions, they would cash in and start taking money. Retail investors would start cashing in and taking money. For this stock, I mean, I got in around $9. I added in around 14. As it went down, I sort of sold some here, and then here was a good time for me to sort of average back in. But where do I see it going? I mean, as we move into 2022, and you can see the indicators are sort of flattening out. It's hitting kind of a plateau. You look at the volume, it's pretty stable. Not a lot's happening. Okay, so what about the company itself? Well, on the 29th of December, just before the end of the year, Gilat decides to release this. They sign a multi-million deal to modernize and expand satellite communications in Eurasia for multiple applications. They have been chosen again as the baseband vendor for its satellite network, and they signed the multi-million deal that includes providing or provisioning of Gilat's SkyEdge 2C platform. Now this is something that keeps recurring in all of their, well, most of their recent wins in this last year. It has been around SkyEdge 2C platform, which to me spells one thing, and that one thing is this SkyEdge 2C platform must be at the very top of what is available on the market. This means that Gilat moving forward could continue to win more contracts. I mean, if you recall, every single month, Gilat were winning contracts around the world. Their multi-regional reach is expanding so rapidly for a small company like Gilat in just a year. I think it's going under the radar a bit. I mean, in one of my previous videos, I did the comparison of their contracts around the world, and it just baffles me how they can continue to win contracts and dominate regions. Look at Peru and these countries. I mean, they're developing countries. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, they'll be developed and they will be modernized. Gilat will be there to take advantage. They have the infrastructure. They have the deals that will take them on. Moving forward, I really think Gilat will just be fine. They will continue to move up. And if they can continue to win more and more business and improving on their SkyEdge platform, we could be seeing a small spark in this company that could send them higher and higher. Especially there are some multi-million-dollar deals that would be triggering buyout or partnerships. Their SkyEdge platform, right, allows people to connect wirelessly through satellites to the internet. I mean, the applications are so immense, it just baffles me. It really does baffle me. You look at all of these: defense, aviation, marine, you have the VSATs. They really are one of the leaders in the field. So what are the numbers looking like? Okay, let's just take a look at the institutional ownership. 29% according to Fintel. It's about the same, but it has gone up, which is surprising, right? I mean, how can a stock price go down but the institutional percentage ownage of the stock has gone up? It only means a few things, really, if you really think about it. Who are the big players? Thrivent, which we went through in one of my previous videos. We got Rentec, and then we got Thrivent again. Oh look, we have a new player. We have a new guy that's just loaded in the boat. November time, close to 1 million shares. Now that spells quite a bullish position, if you ask me. And then down here we have another one as well, Cash Management. They are a hedge fund, right? They are a big hedge fund, and they've just loaded the boat with 600,000 plus shares, right? Cash Management, they're a global investment manager. They span both public and private markets, and they basically use quantitative research. So, if they have pummeled in, they're not stupid, right? I mean, the current state of the tech stock market, everything is going down. But these guys have decided to go into Gilat. And why is that? So, if the stock's going down, and these guys aren't selling, these guys holding lots of shares, then who the hell is selling? I mean, you've got another guy here taking up a small position. Market beat, telling you the same thing. You've got institutional outflows, institutional inflows, 81 minus 72. Basic math tells me that's a positive inflow. 40 million bought and 5 million sold in Q3. Well. We've got a reversal right there. Look at this. From Q4 of 2020, Q1 2021, Q2 2021. We've got a reversal, and quite a big one. Look at this. Look at that. The inflows from institutional buying in this third quarter has been immense. So it's going to be interesting to find what's going to happen in Q4. And if Q4 continues this trend, which I think the numbers from Fintel indicate so, we should have a Q4 green candle for the inflows versus a red candle, a small red candle for the outflows, right? And yep, here we go again. We've got these guys. We click the ownership summary. Thrivent, top dogs. And we've got Rentec. And we've got this guy. And we've got Cas Capital Management, who just bought in. So, what about ARK Invest? ARK Invest, they haven't really moved at all. They've just maintained their shares. They're just holding. They're just riding on this. They must see something good. Otherwise, you know, ARK Invest and Cathy Wood, they'd probably close it or reduce it by now. So, on the December 18th, this piece of news comes out. Gilat sees significant growth in short interest. Oh my lord. Well, forget the numbers. What is the short percentage? 29% it's gone up. So that's the significant growth that they're talking about. Look at this. This is short interest over time. And we're here. If it's significant, you would expect it to be something like this, right? You'd expect 25 million minimum. Yeah, we're not even at 1 million shares short. But then this article is saying significant growth. That is a lot of misconception. I don't think Gilat is a stock that's been shorted quite a lot. And it's definitely not a squeeze play, so it doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so when we look at the chart, what do I see? This is 2021 over, by the way. And with 2022 coming, Are we going to see a turnaround for the tech stocks? And if we do, that is good for Gilat. Gilat is a stock that's just going to follow the trend of the tech stocks. There's no doubt about it. Once the tech stocks go down, Gilat comes down. Once the tech stocks boom up, they boom up too. So with fourth quarter and final end of year results coming, I think they're going to be quite good and quite explosive. But is it going to send the stock to the moon like this? I don't think so. What I think will happen is we can see, if we go back to 2020, the low was about $4.7 to $4.8, okay? That is a clear support. If we do go from $7 further down, bearing in mind, Gilat had, in my opinion, a very strong 2021 with loads of contracts being picked up around the world, right? If they go lower than 4.8, that is signaling to me to load the boat. Unless, of course, there's some Armageddon type event for the company, which I don't see happening. And so if they go to this level, that is a clear buy. That is all in time, right? And for 2022, I reckon they will slowly ascend back to the previous resistance of $11. It could take a month. It could take 2 months. It could take a week. Remember back here? This parabolic move, that was a week or 2 weeks max. I think next year easily will be in the mid-teens. $16. So that's what I see for 2022. And of course that depends on any more contracts, any more news. The outlook for the company, it's very bullish. Just to refresh yourself, look at all this. November, we're winning contracts, $1 million contracts. Expansion of networks in North America. October, look at this, September, $1 million orders, $1 million orders, August. We can just keep going back. The whole year, 2021, in my opinion, was a blockbuster year for Gilat. Once they've turned it around and the revenue streams start coming in, global domination could occur. I mean, if they partner up with some big names, and they could, right? There's no stopping them. To summarize, 2022 is finally here. And I think once the market turns around, which it will inevitably, I mean, what goes up comes down, what goes up comes down, what goes down comes up, what goes down comes up. Everything has rotational value. So we have plenty to look forward to in 2022. And thanks for watching. And please note, at sub $7, this stock is still on Christmas sale if you ask me. So please take this drill with precaution and always do your own DD. If you found this video informative, then do me a simple favor and just consider subscribing to my channel so you can get that little pop-up when the next video is uploaded. I am a simple trader. I try to keep this very simple and will simply see you in the next video.